Thinking about moving to Provo, Utah? Well, then this channel's for you. In this channel, I cover everything and what it's like to live in Provo, Utah and all the surrounding cities all around Provo, Utah. Today, specifically, I'll be talking about Eagle Mountain, Utah, and can you afford to live in Eagle Mountain, Utah? That's what we'll be talking about. How much does it cost to live in Eagle Mountain? How much is it going to cost you to buy a home, to rent a home? How much are your utilities going to cost you? What's it going to cost you to feed your family and feed yourself? What's it going to cost for entertainment? So we're going to cover all those items in this video about Eagle Mountain, Utah. Hey there, I'm Scott Walters, Best USA Realty. At this channel, we talk everything about what it's like living in and around Provo, Utah, and the Utah Valley area. Again, specifically today, we'll be covering Eagle Mountain, the cost of living. But if you find these videos helpful on what it's like to live in the Provo, Utah area, then I want you to like this video, subscribe to my page, and make sure that you click on that notification bell so that you get notified every time that I drop a new video about living in Provo, Utah and the surrounding areas. I'm covering all the cities in Utah from Saratoga Springs to the north, to Vineyard in the middle, to Santaquin down on the south, all the cities in between. Putting my many years of experience of living in Utah Valley to work so that I can bring these communities to life to you and show you why it's such a great place to live in Eagle Mountain and all the other cities around Utah. So, hey, if you're thinking of making that move here, reach out to me. I love when people reach out to me. Send me a text message, give me a call. Shoot me an email. I'd love to connect with you, and I'd just be here to serve you, to get you the information that you need in order to make the best decision for yourself. So with that, let's get talking about the cost of living for Eagle Mountain, Utah. So I'll give you just a little bit of background on Eagle Mountain. It was incorporated in 1996, so before then there just really wasn't much out there. And by the year 2000, it had a population of just a little over 2,000 people. I was looking at the latest statistics, and it sits at 49,738 people, so just under 50,000 people. So it's gone from 2,000 to 50,000 in 22 years. So the growth out there has been absolutely tremendous. So with that growth comes houses, lots of houses. So that's my cost of living item number one, is how much is it going to cost me to buy, or cost you to buy a house or to rent a house in the Eagle Mountain area? Can you afford to live in Eagle Mountain? I think you can. Eagle Mountain has a lot of great options. So let me go over some of the latest statistics. I had to write them down. I looked on the multiple listing service. There's just a few homes that are, well, in the $1 million range. If you have some that are in the low 1 millions all the way up to almost 3 million, those homes are going to be anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 square feet. These are large homes, and they're on acreage. That's one thing that's kind of cool about Eagle Mountain, is they do have an area where they've got homes that have, half acre, 1 acre, 5 acres, sometimes even more. So, and they master plan that into the community, so you'd have these communities and areas with homes that have acreage and land. I've got a relative that has like a 5-acre ranch out there, and they raise camels and big steer bulls on there, so it's kind of cool. Lots of horses. See a lot of horses out in that area. So anyway, and that's what you're looking at for the high-end homes. Your property taxes for those are going to be anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000, depending on how big that house is. And that's for a year. That's not a month. That's the cost per year. The next range of homes out there in the $800,000 to $930,000 range. That's going to get you a home that's somewhere between 4,000 square feet and 5,000 square feet. A lot of beautiful, nice homes out there. What the actual price that you pay will be dependent upon how new it is. Is it a home that was built 25 years ago or one that was built this year? Obviously, the home that was built this year is going to cost you a little bit more because it's going to have some of the nicer, newer amenities in the home. Property taxes for that is going to run you anywhere from between $4,000 to $5,000 per year. The next price range is $600,000 to $700,000, and that's going to get you a home somewhere in the 3,000 to 4,000 square foot range. And that's probably the largest range of homes available in Eagle Mountain. Just to go back to the statistics, I looked at it, and there are 321 active listings. 197 of those are actually built and standing. So the rest of those are are build jobs that builders are advertising that they've got in the works to build. So a lot of opportunities to choose some housing out there. The next price range down, you're looking at 400,000 to 500,000 price range. Those are 1,800 to 2,400 square foot homes. Those are probably your townhomes. And I saw one townhome was 3,100 square feet, but most of them are right around the 2,200 square footage range. So that's what you're looking at. And then again, your property tax is going to be in that $2,000 a year range. And then there are also 15 condominiums that are available. Those are priced between $320,000 and $349,000, and almost all those were like 1,230 square feet. So not huge. Most of those were 3-bedroom, 2-bath condos. So you've definitely got some options for what's considered a more affordable compared to other parts of Utah County. You can find some more affordable homes in the Eagle Mountain area. So conversely, what's it going to cost you if you're not buying? What's it going to cost you to rent one of these places? And I'm seeing listed on the Facebook yard sale sites quite frequently people offering their properties for rent in that area. Those condos are going to rent from $1,800, $1,900 a month. The townhomes are going to be, $2,500 a month. The 3,000 to 4,000 square foot homes generally are going to be 5 to 6 bedrooms with 3 full bathrooms, and you're going to be pushing $3,000, $3,500 a month for rent. And certainly there's other homes, maybe they're not quite so new and so they don't charge quite so much. You'll find there's some other rentals out there in the $2,000, $2,500 range. So not everything's over $3,000. But anyway, that should just give you an idea of what it's going to cost you to purchase a home or to rent a home in the Eagle Mountain area. Okay, so cost of living item number 2 are utilities. What's it going to cost you to heat and cool your house? Eagle Mountain's really pretty similar to all the rest of the cities along the Wasatch Front here in Utah County. A typical townhome that's in that 2,000 range, you're probably going to be $200 to $250 a month for your utility bill. That'll cover your city bill, which is going to cover your sewer, water, electricity, and then your Dominion Energy is who has the gas that runs out pretty much through everywhere in Utah. There'll be a separate bill, but the $200 to $250 included all of that. And of course, it's really also dependent upon how much you use. I mean, if you're using more electricity or more water than others, your bill's going to be higher. But just kind of giving you an average of what it may be on homes in that price range. You get into the bigger homes, those 3, 4, 5,000 square foot homes. Well, you're going to be paying $300, $400, $500 a month for your utility bill. And again, that's also going to be dependent upon how much electricity and gas and water that you use. So certainly if you're frugal in those areas, your bill will be a little bit cheaper. Anyway, so that should give you an idea of utility costs for the Eagle Mountain area. Cost of living item number 3 is transportation. Currently, if you don't have a car and you're relying on public transportation, Eagle Mountain is going to be a little bit tough for you because there's currently just one route servicing Eagle Mountain. And again, Eagle Mountain's a very spread out city, so you could have quite a walk to be able to get to that bus service. Bus passes are running you about $85 a month if you want a pass that will get you a bus for the whole month. About $170 or so for the all-inclusive, lets you use the bus and the tracks system. Lehigh's the closest place that you can pick up the UTA tracks train, which runs down to Provo or north up to Salt Lake City and Ogden. So when it comes to public transportation, it's a bit limited in Eagle Mountain. The rest of the transportation really going to be up to you, and those costs are going to be really dependent upon what you like to drive. If you're driving a Suburban, then just know that you're going to be paying over $100 to fill up your tank right now with the cost of gas. If you have a hybrid car, I like to drive, I drive a Honda Insight. It costs me about $35 to fill that up, and I'm able to cover a lot of distance in that. And then again, of course, you could get an all-electric car, which would be even cheaper for you. So completely, transportation costs very dependent upon what you drive and whether it's a gas guzzling truck or SUV or a more fuel efficient vehicle. Anyways, that gives you an idea of transportation costs for Eagle Mountain. Next up on the list is childcare. How much is it going to cost you to have your kid taken care of at childcare? So all-day childcare for kids that are basically 2 and under is about $170 per week per child. you're about $150 per week per child if they're like 2 or 3 and over. And again, the different daycares in the area also have different rates depending on how on the services that you use. I mean, maybe you don't need to have your child there every single day, and then they'll have different rates if you just need them there for 2 or 3 times a week or whatever that may be. But yeah, basically, if you budget about $150 per kid per month, that's about what you're looking at for the daycare costs. Preschool is a separate item. Obviously, that's just if you're putting them in a preschool for a couple hours a week to get them prepared for kindergarten and to enter the public or enter the education, going into first year or kindergarten or whatever it may be. My wife and I paid $90 a month. That got us 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for about 3 hours at a preschool in our area. And they got great education, got them very well prepared to go into school. So there's you an idea of cost for daycare and preschool. The next item up on my list are groceries. What's it going to cost you to feed yourself and your family? The good thing about Eagle Mountain is you do have 2 grocery stores in Eagle Mountain. You have a grocery store that's in the ranches part of Eagle Mountain, and then there is a brand new Macy's grocery store out in the city center area. And then Eagle Mountain's also really close to Saratoga Springs, where you have a large Smith store, you have a nice Walmart store, you've also got a Costco, and then you're maybe 18 minutes, 20 minutes or so away from Lehigh or American Fork, where they have a bunch more stores that you could shop at. But you definitely have the opportunity to shop locally in Eagle Mountain at 2 of those grocery stores. I generally try to estimate $100 to $150 per person per month is a pretty good budget for being able to buy enough food to take care of yourself and your family. I've got a family of 8, and that $100 to $150 a month per person seems to be covering us just well. Some months we do way less than that. Some months we're much more frugal and fix more budget-friendly items. In fact, during the summertime, our bill goes down quite a bit because we garden. We have a big garden, and we have a lot of fresh produce, and we're making a lot of meals that come just out of the garden. So that's definitely one way to cut your costs on your grocery bill. Utah has a good climate for growing gardens. That growing season goes from, I'd say mid-April all the way into the first part of October before it freezes. You can grow beautiful tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, onions, corn, potatoes. And so you can do those things to help keep that cost of living item down quite a bit. But, of course, you can go to the grocery store, shop the sales, and make some casseroles or eat spaghetti or other things that are a little cheaper. Or if you want to have steak and lobster every night, you can do that too, and your bill will be a little higher. But anyway, there's an idea of cost for groceries. So the next item up on the list is what's it going to cost you for your cell phone bill. And keep in mind that I think most people around here use the big 3 services, the T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. But keep in mind that they all have different sales and promotions going on all the time. But the one thing that I did find online that gave kind of just an idea of what their service costs. T-Mobile starts at $65 per line, and then it's $100 a month if you have 2 lines, and they charge you $20 a month after that for each additional line. And again, oftentimes they have promotions that can keep those prices down a little more. AT&T is a little pricier at $75 for 1 line, $140 for 2 lines. And then they're also right around that $20 a month for additional lines after that. And they're running promotions all the time too, so it's very possible you can get that bill cheaper. Verizon, I find, is usually the most expensive. Online, it says they're $180 a month, and then $140 for 2 lines, and then again $20 for every line thereafter. I've actually used all 3 of these services in Utah County. I've had very good luck with all 3 of them. In fact, I was with AT&T the longest, over 20 years. And then a couple of years ago, my neighbor came to me selling a package with T-Mobile, and it cut my bill down quite a bit. And I've been very pleased with the service. In my profession, I am all over Utah County, and I've had fantastic service everywhere that I go. And of course, you can have the option of getting even cheaper cell phone bills if you go with one of the secondary providers, the Mint Mobiles or the Cricket Wireless companies. These are the companies that buy big chunks of blocks of time from the big 3 and then resell them. And so you can get your phone a little bit cheaper. One of the drawbacks sometimes is they cut the speed on your phones. And so anyway, I need the top of the line service that I can get, so I go with just your regular T-Mobile. But there's an idea of cost for having your cell phone here in the Eagle Mountain area. All right, so finally, the last thing I have on my cost of living item is entertainment. We all got to have some fun, and there's one of the great things about living in Utah is there's a lot of very inexpensive, fun outdoor activities that you can do that cost you very little. Sometimes it's just the cost of driving to the location. I mentioned in one of my other videos about Eagle Mountain that a couple of the great things about Eagle Mountain is its proximity to the West Desert and also Utah Lake. A lot of people love to go camping in the West Desert, and that's just the cost of, pulling your camper out there, or even just taking a tent out there and camping and going out there and sightseeing, looking for animals, looking for wild horses, looking for antelope. And then there's a lot of trails out there that you can enjoy. You can mountain bike, you can take your side-by-side or your four-wheelers and go explore a bunch of these desert roads to your heart's content. And then, if you want to get away from the desert, you can head right to Utah Lake, which is really close to Eagle Mountain. You can be on that lake in 15 minutes or less, and you're out there boating, fishing, water skiing, wakeboarding, anything that you want to do. And then again, Eagle Mountain's not too far away from Salt Lake if you want to go up to Salt Lake for some other, concerts at the Maverick Center or where the Jazz play, or if you want to go watch a Jazz game. You've got, of course, you've got the two universities nearby in the University of Utah and BYU. They both have great football programs, basketball programs, so you could go get tickets, watch any of those things. And you've got, you're really not that far away from quite a few world-class canyons. You've got American Fork Canyon that's probably 35 minutes away from Eagle Mountain. You've got Timpanogos Cave you can check out up there. You got some reservoirs. That road leads up to the Alpine Loop Road, which is a fantastic scenic drive all year round, especially great in the fall with the fall colors. You can also get to a Sundance Ski Resort from right there. You can ride the ski lifts there in the summertime and take your mountain bike with you. You've also got Big and Little Cottonwood Canyons that aren't that far away up in the Salt Lake Valley that have great ski resorts and also lots of hiking and things of that nature. And then I'm also seeing a lot of people that like to just road bike. A lot of road biking going on out in that area. So there's just a lot of opportunities for entertainment that's cheap and inexpensive in the Eagle Mountain area. So I appreciate very much you watching this video about the cost of living in Eagle Mountain. If you're finding these videos helpful on what it's like living in the Provo, Utah area, and today specifically the cost of living in Eagle Mountain, then I want you to like this video, subscribe to my page, and make sure that you click on that notification bell so that you get notified every time that I drop a new video about living in Provo, Utah and the Utah Valley area. Again, my name is Scott Walters, Best USA Realty. I'll make sure to leave my contact information on the screen or in the description below. I'm dropping weekly videos about what it's like to live in the Provo, Utah area. So if you're thinking of making a move to this area, please reach out to me. I'm here to serve you and take care of you, help give you all the information you need that will help you in making your decision in relocating to any of the cities in Utah County. Again, Scott Walters, Best USA Realty. I will catch you on the next video.